Finally, some long-awaited news for the Isle of Evrima. Ever since the Monolophosaurus concept art was released, I've been waiting patiently for more news so I can do a full news video talking about the game, but nothing was really coming up. Now we have quite a bit, so timestamps are on the screen now. We have a dev blog coming out next week apparently, so of course if you are new and want to stay tuned and get the full overview of that, feel free to subscribe. But other than that, let's get right into the video. Let's start things off with brand new map screenshots. Now, I believe these are of the gateway map. Now, they actually look like they are not. They look like they're from the current map. I don't know the name of it. However, it's most likely the gateway, considering that is what's been shown off a lot lately. But if it's not, or if it is, this biome looks very similar to the current map's biomes, and that's why I'd think that maybe it is for the current map. Regardless, this just shows off a standard jungle biome, like what we've seen in the Isle's current map everywhere we go pretty much, so it hasn't really changed much there. However, there are some interesting things that I want to point out. Let's start with screenshot 1. The first screenshot basically showcases a wide, twisting river, which will be perfect for any semi-aquatic creatures. It looks like it would be a fairly deep river as well, considering that it is very wide. I would expect it to be quite deep, as it's a long, deep, meandering river by the looks of it. However, I'd be very surprised if it is shallow. But, you know, the devs tend to have those surprises for us. That being said, there are some tall rocks which pterosaurs and flies will be able to perch on, and other than that, there's a very important part of this screenshot which you probably already spotted, and that is a road that's been carved out on the side of the bank of the river for cars and humans to travel across, which is quite interesting. This is very important because it indicates that humans will be traveling on these routes quite a bit, and it looks like humans will also be able to drive cars as well when they're in the game. Now, I don't know if the cars are going to be properly traversable, like usable, or if they will have limited petrol and you have to find petrol on the map in old outposts that have been abandoned, which will be quite interesting. So that's screenshot 1. That was the most important screenshot, and it had the most depth to it. The next screenshot is screenshot 2, and well, there isn't too much extra to talk about here. It's a different angle from the same screenshot. You can kind of see the road on the left kind of twisting off into the forest. It seems to duck into the tree line there and just disappear. In the distance, there is also a grassy field which is on the other side of the river, which will be a nice area for some herbivores to graze, which is quite nice. I can't also see any hidden Easter eggs. There are no hidden dinosaurs like they've done in the past. However, these do look quite nice, and I do rate these screenshots quite well. We get to see that it is quite hilly in this area as well, which is quite a shame. We know that that was probably one of the most annoying parts of the old map, and that is that it was vertically challenging. However, you do need vertical heights and challenges to add depth to the map, so it's not really that big of a deal. It makes it look a lot more lifelike. What do you guys think about these screenshots? Let me know your thoughts. Now, human items. I'm calling it human items because we have one structure and something that is literally a customization piece for humans themselves. So firstly, let's get into the structure. We get 2 spotlights to showcase today. Yes, we're getting a spotlight of a spotlight. I know. Wow. So incredible. The first image showcases what it looks like in its creation software, which I'm assuming is Blender. It showcases that this light has shutters on it, which could indicate that you'll be able to turn it on and off using the shutters, obviously like normal spotlights. Detail on this looks great. However, let's move in game into the engine to have a look at what it looks like with the correct lighting and everything like that, and here it is. It looks really nice with the correct lighting, with the light reflecting off the lens. The light itself, the spotlight, is also posed as well, which looks really nice. It also shows that there could potentially be movement for this spotlight. It looks like you'll be able to turn it around side by side and of course swivel it and turn it up and down, which could be a nice thing. Like normal spotlights, it will probably be human controlled unless this is a robotic one, which I very much doubt. It looks like there is a crankshaft on the side of it, unless that's where power's going in, because there's also a generator behind it, which could indicate these spotlights are powered by those human generators, which will be quite interesting, especially if you run out out of power, you'll be in pitch black darkness. Next up, we have the human item. This is an over-the-shoulder ammo storage, an interesting customization item for the humans in the game. This will be a cosmetic item and potentially a storage item as well. You get two. The over-the-shoulder compartment bandolier essentially is split into two different things. The top one looks like you will be able to hold lots of small stuff in the little sachets, which is pretty cool, and the bottom one showcases ammo slots where you can put specific ammo in it, which is quite nice. This could be a cosmetic item, or it could actually be used as storage. I'm going to hazard a guess and say it's just a cosmetic item, however. It looks very interesting, and it looks like we are preparing for customization items for the humans and potential storage options, which is great to see as well. But, of course, the part you've all been waiting for, which is the Monolophosaurus concept art. Right, Monolophosaurus' concept art looks quite interesting in my eyes, and it definitely shows a lot of interesting stuff here. Let's just start with the top panel. We have a lot of different panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 panels there. Some of them can be blended together in a storyline. So the first one looks like the Monolophosaurus is using some kind of spit nasal spray thing. It looks like it's spitting something out of its nose or shooting some out of its nose onto the ground, and then it ferments onto the ground, creates some kind of stinky like atmosphere, and when it does that, what looks like a micropachycephalosaurus or a small little dinosaur walks into it and then wanders off. However, it's still got the stench attached to it, which is quite interesting from this puddle, and it allows the Monolophosaurus to be able to track it and find it a lot easier, which is a very interesting mechanic. Definitely will make the dinosaur stand out a lot more. Now, this one is a Monolophosaurus looking like it's getting away from... Oh god, every time I do this I say the wrong dinosaur. I'm going to guess Allosaurus, but it looks like it could be Giga. It looks more like Allo, but I'm not too sure, and everybody's going to kill me. It just looks like it's running away from it there. Maybe it's going to be good as a stealth dinosaur to be able to get away from other dinosaurs, or maybe it's used that nasal spit, which is up here, to spit into the Allosaurus's eyes, like Hipsy. That being said, we have another showcase here. Some Monolophosauruses with a dead corpse. However, I do want to point out, because this dinosaur in the background here looks very different. This looks like an Albelosaurid. However, it could maybe be Rugops or something else, but this is something that we haven't seen in concept art before from what I'm aware, and it doesn't have its own concept art either. That being said, of course, this is a dinosaur that will be able to just like eat corpses like any carnivore, and yeah, that's pretty much that. That's what that shows. And of course, here we go. Here it is. Okay, this nasal ability, it looks like it could be a blinding ability, spitting something out of its nose onto the Tonontosaurus, and the Tonontosaurus is running away. Perhaps it's burning its eyes or burning its face or something like that. It could be acidic maybe, who knows, but it's running away from the fight, and obviously the Monolophosaurus is going to track it down because it's got that stench on it that we'll be able to use more to find stuff. It's probably the stinky Micropachycephalosaurus or whatever the hell this dinosaur is being found by the Monolophosaurus, you know, sniffing out to find the stench. And we can move here. The stench is still on the dinosaur. Poor little guy, it's very scared. And the Monolophosaurus looks even more terrifying there. It looks like an alien kind of thing, but yeah, it now hunts down the poor Micropachycephalosaurus. However, we see two Monolophosauruses attacking a baby. You can get a sense of size here because baby is quite small, so it looks like Monolophosaurus will be quite a small dinosaur because it looks like it'll just be bigger than Baby. So yeah, it will take probably 2 to take on Baby, but that's pretty much that. It's nice to see Baby in more concept art here. Very nice to see. And yeah, that's the Monolophosaurus concept art. We get to see a nasal spray or acid spray kind of thing, which is quite cool. It makes the dinosaurs stinky and easier to find, and it also could do something that affects them and hurts them, as well as we also have some questions to be asked about this mystery Albelosaurid in the background. So let me know your thoughts about this concept art. It looks really cool. This is probably some of the better concept art lately. It shows a new mechanic, a hint towards another dinosaur that we haven't seen yet, and of course that mechanic in 2 different motions, spraying it in the dinosaur's face and being able to lay down tracks with your gunk, something standing in the gunk, this smell sticking to them, and Monolophosaurus being able to track them down. That's very, very cool. Let me know your thoughts. There you have it, everybody. Let me know your thoughts about all of this stuff in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you think. Of course, the Isle of Evrima news is getting a little bit quiet lately. It's been like 11 days since my last video. Probably a little bit later when this video goes up. However, there is a dev blog next week. So if you are new, feel free to subscribe if you want to be kept in the loop with all the information regarding that. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.